Hey guys, welcome back. So this is going to be part 2 of getting your horse to canter under saddle. I know you guys saw part 1 again. I'm back with the same horse. I'm going to run you through, if you want to go back and check the past video for some prerequisites, I'm going to run you through a few exercises to help you get your horses shaping up with a minimum amount of use of your aids. Okay, so I can set you up on some patterns and show you how to use some of these tools so you're not having to shape your horse up with a whole bunch of spurring and driving your legs into them and getting on the bridle too heavy. There's some really cool ways to help shape them up with your aids being light. Okay, so that being said, let's get right to it. I'm going to start just by what I want you guys to do is just pick, get close to a corner. Whether you're outdoors, indoors, get close to a corner. Okay, you don't have to be right up in the corner, but we're eventually going to get to working the wall here. And then when you're up close to your corner in your arena or your pasture or paddock or whatever you ride in at home, I want you to start making a circle, just a really small circle with your horse. Okay, and your goal here is to see if you can get your horse balanced on a circle, meaning, are they, let's keep this simple, are they in the shape of the circle going around? Is their eye in line with or below their withers, meaning can they stretch? And can they stay on that circle without you holding them there? Okay, and that's really going to do a lot to help you get your horse balanced and light and ready to pick up the lead that you were going to be asking for. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lock my eyes and my shoulders on the circle I want to ride. And then I'm going to lock my legs in on that circle also. So what that's going to do is whenever my horse is finding my center, meaning between my legs and my reins and on the circle, she's not going to feel any of my legs or my reins. Okay. Now you can notice as she's going around, she's not shaped up yet, and I haven't followed through with asking her to shape up, which is what I'm going to do next here. But first I need to make sure I'm right and I'm in the right spot before I fix my horse. Okay, so I've got my horse, so I've got myself on the circle. So as I'm going around, I can feel that the ribs towards her shoulder on the left side are bumping into my left leg. Okay, her ribs on the inside back towards her flank are bumping into my right leg. What that means is she's traveling very straight. Okay, so instead of turning my toes out more and using some spur, okay, she's just touching my calves, I'm going to shape her nose up to the right and then set it back down and take all my aids off. Okay, so my legs come off and my reins pressure comes off. So it's going to be, she bumps into my legs, I add the rein, she comes off my legs. Okay, and you're going to do this a whole bunch of times until your horse finds your center and keeps you there. And pretty soon your horse is going to start bumping into your legs and shaping herself up. Okay, before you have to pick those reins up. She's going to feel your legs, she's going to shape up. And that's what we want. We want them to find center of our legs and our reins. Okay, the only way they can do that is if you're riding the pattern you want to ride. If you're all over the place and your legs are moving with your body, they're not going to be able to find your center. Okay, let's try this in a trot, because we're thinking we want to canter here. So I'm going to do the same thing first before I start working on my horse. Make sure I'm right. Am I on my circle? Okay. Do I know the circle I want to ride? All right. The more particular you can be, the more tuned in your horse is going to be. They're not going to have room to be distracted or get spooked by something out the door. They're going to tune into your pattern and your feel. Okay. So let's get her up to the trot here. She's a great one to show with this, because she's just learning all this stuff too, so we can go along together. Okay, so same thing here. Make sure I'm on my circle. Make sure if she's bumping into either my right leg or my left leg, I want to make my correction within 3 strides. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, within 3 strides. If I allow it to go on much longer than that, she's going to commit to that wrong answer. Okay. And you can see how many times I'm correcting. She bumps into my legs, I fix with the rein. She bumps my leg, I fix with the rein. She bumps my leg, I fix with the rein. Okay, you can see that every time you see me reach for her, she's already bumped into my legs. Okay, now when she starts to hold that, here's where the cool piece comes. We're gonna do a little change of direction. And what I'm gonna do to change direction is I'm gonna change my inside from my right to my left. And that's how I'm gonna ask her to shape up, okay? She'll get about one step before I start to have a follow through with my reins, okay? She'll get about one step. If she doesn't start to tip her nose and her neck, when I change my inside from my right to my left, I'm gonna help her with my reins. Then I'm gonna ask her to reach with her front left foot 2 steps. Okay, now this is all important stuff because in order to pick up leads or change leads, you're going to need to be able to change the horse's flexion with your body. You're going to need to be able to talk to the 4 feet. You're going to need to be able to elevate the shoulders. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this really simple for you guys. It sounds like a lot, but it's going to be really simple. I'm going to ride straight towards the wall, turn my eyes and shoulders, adjust my left leg. So now my left leg becomes the shaping leg. Okay. And as soon as I adjusted my left leg, she started to change shape. That was good. And then to put her on the circle and to communicate with her shoulders, stay with me, girl. I took this inside rein, and I'll do it again for you, and I gently stepped her inside foot over 2 steps, okay? So let's get her on this left circle, then we'll change directions back to the right. We're on the left. She's feeling pretty good. So what she's doing there, she's kind of over flexing. She's not, you guys can watch my leg. She's not touching my spur or anything. It's just a bit of an overreaction. So what I might even do is keep that on her, maybe unnecessarily. I'll put that leg on longer and say, hey, you don't need to overreact. Just wear it. Okay, just wear it. When she accepts just wearing it, then not right there. I just took that leg off. She's like, okay, I'm just wearing that. I don't need to overreact. You do need to respond if I touch you with it, but do not overreact to it. Okay, so I'm going to get her back balanced. That took us off balance. So get her back balanced on the circle. I think she bumps my legs first, and then I follow through the rein. She bumps, I follow through. And that follow through with my rein, think of that as her body straightens out and bumps into my legs and comes off balance, she puts her mouth into my hands. All right, think of it that way, is my legs and my reins are set on one path. If she comes off that path, she bumps into my legs, then she bumps into my reins. Okay? Think of it that way. Your horse will find center real quick. All right, next lap around, I'm going to go the other way. I'll talk you through this. My inside leg right now is my left. I'll change it to straight to the wall, right front with my rein, just like that. Okay. Let's pick up our original circle again. If they find center right away, that's great. Okay, she's finding my center. I'm gonna go straight to the wall, change my inside, left front, left front. Good girl. Okay, now she's learning to change flexion and stay between my legs. When I change my weight, she's also learning to operate that inside front with my inside rein. Okay, here we go. Change directions here. Right leg, right front, right front. Good. If your horse is light, you'll be able to just touch that rein with your fingers. Okay, I'm not saying ride like this or something goofy like that. You can have all your fingers here, but just touch it with your pinky. See that? I didn't mean to do that. I touched that rein with my pinky, and she picked up her left front and threw it over. I didn't mean to change directions, but I did give her the signal, and she did go with it. So that was really good. So we'll allow her to have that. I'm gonna ride straight, change the flexion, right front, right front. Good. Good girl. Okay, the next piece. The next piece to get in the canter. I'm gonna ride her from this circle to the right. I'm in the right corner of my arena, so I'm gonna ride a circle to the right. Ride straight to the wall, change the flexion a little bit, left, left. Ride straight, okay? Now, as soon as if your horse were to get impulsive, meaning getting a little rushed with that straight line, Okay, and I'm gonna make her get a little impulsive this time just so you guys can see what I would do. You would go into your left circle as soon as she started to get impulsive. Okay, as soon as she started getting bouncy or emotional, you'd go into this left circle and you'd get settled in here. Okay, now I'm gonna ride straight to the wall, change my flexion a little bit, right front. Yeah, just one step with the right front that time. Okay. All right, so as soon as your horse gets impulsive, go into that circle. Something else you can try, if your horse has a really hard time with straight lines, okay, I really want to mention this. This is important. If you straighten out down the wall and your horse immediately starts taking off, okay, or even if you're just having a little bit of trouble with it. Oh, my mistake. That was my mistake. I was thinking two things at once. I was talking to you and sending her up the wall. All right, so something else you can do, ride to the wall once you've settled into the circle, trot a few strides, and walk. Okay, settle them into the walk. Because going straight can be emotional for some horses. So think, straighten them out for a few strides, and then change their mind from running away to slowing down. That's really going to pay off when you start to canter. Okay, so that's another idea for you. Okay, as soon as she's balanced with me, ride straight to the wall, change the flexion, one step with the inside front. Okay, so what I'm doing here with the wall is I'm using the wall to stand her shoulders up. So I don't have to use a whole lot of spur. I'm actually not using any spur to jab in her side and stand her shoulder up or any of that type of funny business. Not to say I don't ever use my spur, I do. But if we can really teach lighter body aids by using the wall or by using your panels or whatever you're working with. Okay. I'm gonna ride her nose straight at the wall, change the flexion with my body, allow the wall to stand her shoulder up. If she gets impulsive, I'll turn her sooner. We'll take her into that circle. Get settled in. She didn't get impulsive, but I wanted to show you guys. Here's what I would do. Okay, if she has a big problem with being impulsive, we'll trot and come down to a walk. All right. I'm liking how all that's feeling. Okay, I hope that was helpful to you guys. That's part 2 of getting your horse to canter. Get that stuff working really well, and then next time around I'm going to show you how to pick up those leads. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.